Guys, so I made this video by putting a voiceover on it. My lips were smacking a whole lot. I didn't drink a whole lot of water before recording. The gameplay I did after, and I thought the gameplay was really great, and so I wish I was actually live in the game recording, so I felt really dumb. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's not really like a random thought, it's more of it's like a review type thing. I sure hope you guys like this video because I feel like it could go either way. My next video is going to be a whole lot better, I promise. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back to another Internal Mayhem video. I know you guys probably missed me as much as I missed you. And so today's Random Thoughts is going to be on TV shows. But until then, I'm going to cue this intro.
Not a baller cause your closet's full of Jordans. You are not a rich man cause you're on the Forbes list. First I dropped a record, then you know I got it touring. Real still the slogan, only difference is there's more of us. The story of my life feels like it's just beginning now. I ask you a question, I want answers, not to run around. You the one that brought it up, but I'm the one that shut it down. If you ain't got that album yet, I brought you one, I'm at your house. Hey.
Okay. So here's the dealio. TV shows, I think, are amazing. I love them. And I love them on Netflix, maybe Netflix or DVD, or, streaming them off YouTube or whatever. TV shows are great, and I think everybody should be hooked on TV shows. And so, like always, I'm just going to talk about what I like. So, growing up, I had a bunch of influences towards TV shows. And so I'm just going to talk about all the ones I watched growing up to all the ones I watch currently. So I think one of the first TV shows I personally got hooked to was Teen Titans. And I'm not talking about Teen Titans Go with the little cartoons and everything. I'm talking about Teen Titans with the anime and the Japanese music and, the love and the drama. And so I think that show just captured it when you have teenagers with superpowers. It's awkward at times, but you gotta stay strong. You really showed like different personalities. Like Beast Boy was always super goofy, but Robin was always so strict. And Cyborg, he's the funny tough guy. And so you really got all the characteristics and all the thoughts and all the pressures of being a teenager, and then they really help you understand with the superpowers. And so I think that TV show is really great. Another one for me, and this is going back old school, was Andy Griffith. And I know what you guys are probably thinking. Andy Griffith, man, what are you, like 50? Hey, watch it. Andy Griffith is a great show. That's all I gotta say. All I got to say. I watched it growing up because, you see, we didn't have internet growing up, and we definitely didn't have like Netflix or Hulu or DirecTV. We didn't have cable. Well, we did for like a little time, whatever. So we got DVD sets, and so like every once in a while we'd get movies and just sets and box sets of like TV shows. And so one of the box sets that we got was Andy Griffith. And you guys can be haters if you want, but Andy Griffith is one of the greatest shows ever. It stars Ron Howard, who's now a director. It also stars Andy Griffith, even though he's not Andy Griffith in the show, he's Andy Taylor. And Don Knotts. If you don't love Don Knotts, then you have a problem. If you don't know who that is, you definitely gotta look him up. Such a great actor. Oh my goodness. If you've seen him in like any of his shows, he is hilarious. So there's that, and you see Andy Griffith is a TV show based off a sheriff and his deputy. Andy Griffith being Sheriff Andy Taylor, and the deputy being Barney Five. And that show, man, it captures funny, but it captures loving. Like, he's a single father to Opie, which is, I just said his name. I'm blanking now. Ron Howard. Yeah, Ron Howard's now a big director. He's doing like a Star Wars movie, I think. Han Solo. Yeah. So, he was a little kid back then, and it was so cool. But he was a single father, and he lives with his Aunt B, or his Aunt B lives with him, and Don Knotts is his cousin who's the deputy, and it captures loving, it captures funny, and it captures serious at times. So I think, yeah, it's gotta be one of my favorite TV shows. Now this one is completely inspired by my dad, and that is The Simpsons. Now, The Simpsons, it's a family, and they always keep up with like modern times. Like, even if you watch it today, you can see how they reflect on today's society and all of that. So most people think, oh, you mean like stuff like a Family Guy? Well, yeah, it's connected to Family Guy, but it's not Seth MacFarlane. It's not a Seth MacFarlane TV show. It's its own thing, and you gotta respect it in a certain sort of way because it's been on for so long now, and it has so many seasons, and I own from like 1 to like 17, and like then I own like 20, season 20 because 18 and 19 I don't know, and then there's the whole Christmas specials which I own like 2 of those. Anyways, so I love The Simpsons, and my dad watched it growing up, so I watched it growing up, and I just thought it's a good TV show. It's about family. It's a whole bunch of craziness. My favorite character is Bart Simpson. He's the son, and really, I think if you ask just about almost anybody, they would say Bart Simpson. He's the rebel of the family, skateboarding and all that. So, yeah, I would say that's one of my favorite TV shows growing up as a kid. And so for the category of growing up TV shows, I'm gonna end it with the Waltons. And the Waltons, if you've heard of it, then you know this is a super old TV show. It's about a family based off the times around, the 1930s, going into like World War II and everything after that. And it talks about living a life out on a farm in a mountain with a whole bunch of family. So they have like 9 kids. And you see, they hired really amazing actors to play everyone. And you see, it's not really funny. Like, all the other TV shows I mentioned are hilarious. Like, you watch them, you go, oh my goodness, that's so funny. With the Waltons, it's more sincere. It's about family, about friends, about caring and being there. And even when life gets hard, you just gotta stick it through. And so, I really loved that show. Yeah, yeah, I really did. Anyways, so I think that show is something that should be admired. It has John Boy is my favorite character in that show, and you just gotta check it out if you haven't heard of it. Hit me up if you haven't heard of it. We'll like watch it together. To all my fans out there, I love it. Anyways, to go to now what I've been watching before I had like Netflix and like stream stuff offline. What I've watched since then is Everybody Loves Raymond, King of Queens, and The Office. And I own all those on DVD. So King of Queens is based off the 1990s to early 2000s. And it's this man who lives in Queens, New York. And he's a van driver, a truck driver, delivers packages. and it's super super funny guy. And he's married to his lovely wife Carrie, who is not as lovely as I just said. She's really mean, but you know, she's cool. She says that she's as cold as ice, which is actually part of the episode. Anyways, so I grew up watching that show. I mean, I didn't grow up watching that show as much. I've watched it from the shows that I mentioned before to shows I watch now. And that's also connected to Everybody Loves Raymond, which was before King of Queens. It's based off of Ray Marone's comedy stand-up, and he writes all of the script, and he helps set it up, and it's all based off his comedy. And it's talking about like family, but like if they're like all completely bonkers. So like everybody's angry, everybody's cursing, everybody's yelling, and it's fun to watch every now and then because it's funny. It's really funny. But then for me, I feel bad because then everybody just hates each other at the end of it, and I'm all about, you know, peace and love. So that's that. Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's just that after a while, man, you just gotta take a break. Then The Office. The Office, oh my goodness, man, I love The Office. My favorite character on that is Jim, for sure. And The Office is a TV show that's actually our remake of a UK TV show. And it's super fabulous, man. It's super great. You gotta watch it. And yeah, it's funny, has love, built-in love, and you know, rough times, hard times, but friendship, fellowship, enemies, friends. You know what it's like to work in an office. You know, bosses, crazy bosses, good bosses, bad bosses. It's it's something that you know you gotta admire. Plus, they're making a new spin-off of it, or they're continuing the series somehow with characters. I'm not sure. All I know is that I'm so ready. You have no idea. And so those are what I watch, and I would just watch them on random throughout my days. I would just watch some at night and watch them during the day and just random. And I never really watch them in order after I've watched them once completely, just because you know I just like to be surprised on what episodes I get to watch. So yeah, I mean those are good TV shows just to watch. Now what I watch now, and I've been watching a lot of things now, and a lot of them are Netflix. So now I have ways to get around online, and I can watch like Netflix and DirecTV and all that stuff. So I watch as of now Game of Thrones, Series of Unfortunate Events, Stranger Things, and Parks and Rec and Friends. And I know what you guys are thinking. Some of those are really old. Yes, but I don't care. I'm late to catching up to stuff. So with Game of Thrones, you guys are probably thinking, "What? You watch Game of Thrones? Isn't that like really bad?" Yes, it has bad stuff in it, but that's really modern day culture, and that really does capture what it was back then. But I don't necessarily watch the bad stuff. You see, I started watching this series, Game of Thrones, with my stepdad, and I remember I showed up one day and he was watching. He was like, "Hey, do you just want to watch it with me, hang out?" And I said, "Sure, man." And you know, I'm very respectful of you know women and you know just people and their bodies in general. So if someone was to come up, I would just you know look at my phone, you know, shoot somebody a text. I was watching it more for you know the action and the story behind it and the humor. It has a lot of humor in it. I think my favorite character is Jon Snow and Tyrion because They're just hilarious. And Jon Snow is awesome, especially the Battle of the Bastards, which is actually the name of a battle. Now, I'm not just saying that because, like, oh my gosh, there's such bad people. No, that's just the name. Uh, so that I actually watch Game of Thrones, and I like Game of Thrones because it's based off of Lord of the Rings. The author was inspired by J.R.R. Tolkien, which who isn't inspired by him? But all that's gonna be in another video. I have like a whole category just for that. So that's one TV show I really like, and I'm sad it's gonna end, but they're gonna do like a prequel series. So, that's all good. It's all Gucci. And so another show I mentioned was Series of Unfortunate Events, which they made a movie on this. Nickelodeon did, starring Jim Carrey. And I think, like, how do you top Jim Carrey? Especially for someone who they're trying to make goofy yet evil with Cat Olaf. And I think they really, really captured it with Neil Patrick Harris. I think he did a great job, and they're making a season 2, so I'm like super pumped. And I remember I was like, "Hey, I'm watching this," and my little brother's like, "Oh yeah, I watched that," and it's super, super good. It has a lot of sadness too because it's a series of unfortunate events, and there's a lot of like, "Wow, I can't believe that's actually happening," but what can you do? To continue on with my list, I said Stranger Things. Stranger Things is a nostalgic TV show. It's about, some kids, and it's about Dungeons and Dragons, about the 80s, magic, and, violence and stuff. Super good. I'm not going to get into it really, because I'm just droning on, and I really don't want to bore my subscribers. But it's a really, really funny TV show. It's really good. Like I made my mom. I was like, "Mom, I came over just to show you Stranger Things," and she was like, "I don't know." I said, "Listen, just watch the first episode. If you don't like it, we don't have to watch any more of it." And she watched the first episode. She was like, "Hit the play button! Hit the play button!" I said, "Okay, okay." So she watched like all of it within like 2 days. Awesome. Okay. So Stranger Things is a really big TV show. I think a lot of people like that, so no shocker that I like it. I also mentioned Parks and Rec, which is a TV show by the same creators as The Office, and I think it's a funny TV show, something that I go like, man, I need something to watch. Hey, Parks and Rec, and then I watch it. I don't binge watch it like other TV shows, but I definitely watch it on like occasion. Just while I'm like in between doing stuff. Like I'll download a few episodes because Netflix allows that. I'll download a few episodes and like when I'm eating, I'll watch it. It's not something I sit down and watch like a lot of episodes on. I mean, I have before, just not very often. But it's a nice show. I really like it. My favorite character is Ron Swanson because he's just hilarious. And I see a lot of me in him. And to end this whole thing, another TV show I watch is Friends. And I know what you guys are thinking. That TV show was like so big and it was so big like so long ago. Why are you just now watching it? My sister and my mom were like, "Oh my gosh, Friends." And I was like, I've never sat down and watched a whole episode. They're like, and I was like, okay, I don't mind watching, like a few episodes. We got through like the entire first season within like 2 days. And there's like 20 episodes. So we watched it a whole lot. And I really like it. And I can't wait to watch like the rest of the seasons with my mom and my sister. Anyways, that concludes my video. Sorry that it was so long. I sure hope I didn't bore you guys. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. Please share. Hit the bell for post notifications. Check out my social media. And oh yes, by the way, I have big news coming up. So me and Ryan and Ethan have come up with a group channel, and it's called Outcast Alliance. And the first video goes up Monday, just a podcast, and then the first official video of like actual gaming content will be mine. Phew, boy, man, I'm not pumped for that. Well, I am pumped. It's nerve-wracking thinking of I'm gonna be the first official gaming video. And so we actually sat down, we talked about days and times, and so I'm gonna be doing a series on Halo 4. And once a week on Mondays, Mayhem Mondays, you'll get a video of me playing Halo 4. Now, I'm not going to be like how I am now and just ramble on and on and on about stuff because it's not my channel. It's not, people don't come there thinking, oh wow, I want to know all about Internal Mayhem. They go there thinking like, oh wow, they made a group page and I get to, watch a whole bunch of their other stuff. And then I get to learn more about them. But not like in a personal way like I do with my videos. I make funny commentary, and if people stumble upon the channel, they're like, man, this guy's funny. Then they come here and they get to learn more about me. And so yeah, so this is gonna be more for personal. That's gonna be more for like series and stuff like that. So please check out that when I post the podcast. I'll be posting. I'll make a video saying, hey, basically this is out now. But you should totally watch out for that. Like I said, Outcast Alliance. I think it has us as other sites with it. I'll leave a link down in the description, so please subscribe to it and share it to friends. Anyways, love you guys. Good night. Sorry for the super long video. You guys are awesome. And peace.